Here we have a pre-owned 2009 Dodge Ram 1500. This one's a TRX in Stone White Clearcoat, mineral gray metallic, and then we have gray cloth interior. And the powertrain consists of a 5.7 liter V8 engine, naturally aspirated, and it's mated to a 5-speed automatic transmission. Now this one has 220,000 plus miles on it, so we're going to see how it's held up. Halogen fog lights and headlamps. And the front end here, from all the rock chips over the years, just a little bit of rust. But seems to be in pretty good shape, honestly, for the mileage in the year. And these are going to be 17-inch aluminum wheels. And power window controls here. We have one touch up and down for the driver and front passenger. And then those seem to be working good. Power mirror controls here. Power door locks seem to be working. 2 bottle holders down there. Pretty good sized pocket space. Headlamp controls, fog light controls there. And then there's your parking brake and there's your release. That seems to be working. And there is our power driver's seat with power lumbar, and I tested that out. That seems to be in good shape as well. And for 220,000 miles, seats have held up pretty nicely too. And we just have a little bit of trim coming off there. And then we're gonna hop in here real quick. So not the best leg room, but it's all right, especially for an extended cab. See back pockets there, 12 volt. The view of the front. Then we do have cup holders in here, and then this is also an ashtray. And then hanger hooks on either side, and all the dome lights are also still working good. So let's hop out of here. Fuel cap. And into the rear bumper again, where this mineral gray is, a little bit of rust here, dent there. It is held up really nicely. And there's a dual exhaust. Sounds really good. And this one has a bed cover and bed liner there. See if I can get this to hold up. Looks like those are going out. Well, no, they're staying up now. And now making our way to the side. And we can fold the seat up here. Have a little space behind there. That's about it though. And here's our front passenger seat, which is going to be 4-way manual. Owner's manuals are still in this one too. So we have the 2 glove compartments. Side pocket here. I like how they did that. Now we're going to go ahead and pop the hood. And it took a minute for this truck to heat up, but other than that, haven't had any issues so far. But the heat definitely seems to be working well, as it's 30 degrees out here right now. There's that 5.7 liter V8. And then hopping in the driver's seat. But try and turn this down a little bit without freezing. Leather wrap steering wheel, just a bit of wear here on the sides there. Just a tad bit on the top. It might have been repaired over the years, but it doesn't seem like it. So not bad at that aspect. Radio's working. I just checked out all the speakers. They're all still working well. And AM, FM, satellite, CD player, aux input. All the buttons are working well. Voice recognition in this. Hazards down there, and then we have a 115 volt 2-prong plug in there, and then AC controls here, and all of that is working just fine. A little bit of wear up there, it looks like. Storage, and then shifter, reverse, neutral, drive, and then we can shift doing that. And I'll test that out, see how that works. 12 volt storage, 2 cup holders, and then top center console cubby space, another 12 volt there, and then the bottom power sliding rear window seems to still work too. Yeah, just really surprised how well this is held up. Garage door transmitter, and then we use these arrows to go through the gauge cluster, along with these. There's a view of that, and then cruise controls are down here, and we'll test that out on the test drive too. Windshield wiper controls, and then press that button for the mist, blinkers, high beams. And there is the key fob. See if I can get in there. Yeah, there's a key fob there. But next, for the fun part, let's go ahead and take this 220,433 mile 2009 Ram TRX out on the road for a test drive. So very good acceleration there, pulling out of that corner. I did forget to mention, behind the steering wheel on the right side, volume controls are still working. Then behind the steering wheel on the left side, these are actually seeks if you hit the 2 buttons behind. And then it just kind of skips through. There's a middle button on both sides, and this one is for presets, I think. And then, or to go through, that's what it is. It goes through your bands, or your sources, excuse me, between AM, FM, and then satellite. And then on the left side, it just kind of seeks through the working stations there. So really impressed by the controls being so modern and still usable. Gonna give it some throttle here. So a little bit of hesitation there, or I say a lot of hesitation there. Let's test the cruise out. So that seems to be working well. Seems like we're out of alignment just a little bit. But coming down the interstate here, rev's pretty good to be at 75 and be at about 1800 RPMs, especially with a 5-speed automatic. And then you can just throw shifts whenever. But the transmission shifts smoothly, other than that hiccup earlier. Downshifts and upshifts. Very smooth and nothing out of the ordinary. But all in all, to be 220,000 miles, this truck has done very well in the test drive. Like I said earlier, it's held up very well in terms of all the controls working, the seats still being in good shape. So quite impressed. We'll give it some throttle here. It just has a little hiccup, not sure what that is, but when I give it hard throttle out of first, second gear, and it wasn't even 100%, it was about 75% down, it hesitates just a tad. So I don't know if the transmission's about to go out or what, or maybe just has a little issue there. But like I said, other than that, no problems at all. And under light throttle or normal throttle, it doesn't seem to hesitate. Now you can get one of these relatively cheaply, and honestly having a full-size truck, even though it's a quad cab, for under 10 grand is pretty much a deal these days. I'll leave a link below in the description to how much this one is. But you actually got quite a few tech features that were ahead of its time in 2009 on this Ram. Particularly having the aux CD player, satellite radio. And then especially having that 2-prong plug-in. Didn't see that a lot in any vehicles. So definitely it's been a fun truck to drive, especially with this exhaust. That hesitation of the transmission worries me just a little bit, but like I said, regular driving, it doesn't hesitate. It just seems to not want to shift when I put my foot in it. But this will bring me to the end of my review of the 2009 Dodge Ram 1500 TRX.